What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to do a live Q&A with a special guest, Natalie. And I wanted to ask you guys if you have any questions about balancing growing an eBay business with a family. And I'll just go over sort of my experience, and then you guys can let me know in the chat if you have any questions on running an eBay business with a family. I would say so far, I have been a parent for a little over 1 month. The baby is 1 month old now, and it has been great. Running an eBay business with a family has really given me perspective on what's important. Somebody's asking how many items the baby lists. A lot. She's like a 20 a day listing baby. Which has been awesome. But yeah, the baby has been great, learning a lot about life, and it's made me a lot more present when I'm at work and a lot more present when I'm at home, because I'd rather just work really hard and then get back home. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been great. So do you guys have any questions on running an eBay business and balancing it with their family? I'd say number one, the most common question I get is how do you get your significant other to treat your business seriously? That's a top question. And I guess it's the income. Usually when you get a job, your spouse will say, how much does it make? How many hours is it? How far is the commute? And when you work for yourself, there might be some other value there that are not just money, right? You get to work for yourself. You can do it from home. You could spend time with your baby if you wanted to. But yeah, that's supposed to be, it's hard without actually knowing how much money you make and how many hours you put in. It's hard for your significant other to really be on board unless they know exactly what it is to do it. Let's see, 20 a day listing baby, right? She's a 20 listings a day baby. Actually, no, I've been calling her not on purpose, because I think of it as a baby and not a person yet. But I get it. I understand. Obviously, it's a she, but she's like a blob right now. And that's what I call her, because she doesn't do much yet. You guys want to see? Oops. Oh, she's spitting up live on camera. She's a showstopper with some spit up. Okay. Parvi is asking, is it better to get an eBay store? It's a good question. The eBay store does not actually affect your traffic, in my opinion. I know plenty of people who are just getting started and they don't worry about an eBay store. They just have just the listings going up, and they use the free listings that eBay gives away every single promotion. Nothing wrong with doing that. There's no need to actually get an eBay store, and you'd want to get the one that's the most reasonable for your store. So 200, figure out how many listings make up the monthly subscription and see if it's worth it for you to get each particular store subscription. At the anchor store level, with more than 3,000 listings, you also get US support, which is nice, because when I call eBay support, it's a American US based customer service agent right away. Yeah, Richard, I don't know about showing her on videos, because she probably doesn't want that right now. But I don't know, maybe she'll be a baby that wants her own YouTube channel later. Let's see. Yeah, it has been great. Being a dad has been awesome. It's been really eye-opening. I can see now that the parents have that extra gear. And so, like, okay, obviously I'm not shaming people that are single. I know there was some single people who were shamed when I said that parents have an extra gear. I was a single person. I mean, not a single person, but I was a babyless person like 40 days ago. So I know what it's like to not have a baby. I think you have an extra gear when you're a parent. That's just my opinion. Recording yourself packaging an item can help you with cases when buyers are trying to scam you. That's a good point. It can help you, but most likely eBay is going to favor the buyer and not the seller. So if somebody's trying to scam you for a high dollar item, they probably win, unfortunately. That's why I'm choosing to sell everyday value items. That way I can avoid that headache. I like to keep my items under $30 to avoid the worrying about having to videotape myself or using the tape. That's like, if this tape has been broken, no refunds, right? You can do all kinds of different things. What is considered a good click-through rate and sell-through rate? Good question. So click-through rate, and for those of you who are listening, please smash the like button. Click-through rate is when somebody actually clicks on your item as they're scrolling through eBay. So a good click-through rate is going to depend on what it is. If you're selling generic items, any clicks, in my opinion, are considered great because it's hard to get traffic. If you're selling Gucci or Louis Vuitton or PlayStation or Nike, then your impressions and clicks are going to be really high. The sell-through rate is important to understand the how many people who click actually buy. So that will give you a better indicator of whether or not you guys are making sales. So I'll actually, maybe let's see if I can show you. It's hard to do one-handed, but I'll show you guys in a different video. You want your sales to be consistent and your traffic to be consistent. If your traffic is consistent, which it usually is on eBay, and your sales go up and down, then that means that people are abandoning your listing and they're not converting. So you want to find out why people are leaving your listings and not buying anything. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Let's see. I am not Korean. I am Taiwanese. So my parents are from Taiwan, but I consider that Chinese. So Chinese, Taiwanese, it's all good for me. Okay, Carol is saying it is difficult for us, my partner and I, to list 10 a day, but we have managed to get to 950 items in 9 months and top rated seller. How many listings is enough to ensure consistent sales? So Carol, this might make you feel really good. So listen to this real quick. There are 7 million eBay sellers from my research. To get into the top 100,000, I just did that video a few days ago of ranking the top sellers. To get into the top 100,000 sellers on eBay, that's almost the top 1%. All you need to do is have 10 sales a day, right? There's actually no shade on other YouTubers, but an example, if you look at the Auction Professor store, right? He has a minimum, probably 15 sales a day in that main store, Modern Marquee. And you can look at the feedback and sort of guess how many items people sell. That would make you an elite seller, in my opinion. Over 10 items a day is actually very difficult. There's not that many sellers that sell more than 10 a day. Rarely, honest, to be 100% honest with people listening right now, very, very few people sell actually more than 10 items a day. So to get to that point, you would have to list 10 items that actually sell consistently. And so Carol is saying it's difficult for them to do 10 a day, but it should be difficult because it would put you almost in the top 1% of sellers to do that. So don't feel bad when you see people listing more than 10 items a day. They may not be selling more than 10 items a day. Selling more than 10 items a day puts you as an elite seller. It's pretty much a full-time income, depending on what you sell. Am I using the create a coupon function? I'm not. I'm not using the create a coupons function at this time. Let's see. Yeah, I think the baby is, so far the baby has been pretty fussy, but I mean, she's not fussy right now for some reason. Let's see. Do I have a recommendation for the type of lighting equipment to be used? Yes. Okay, pro tip for Michelle. She's saying she wants to use lighting equipment. Most photo rooms are dark. They use strobe photography. And that way, when you use a strobe light for professional photography, you get the same amount of light every pop. So you don't need a lot of light if you use strobe lighting. A lot of eBay sellers, including myself, use continuous lighting, which means the lights are always on. If you use continuous lighting, I recommend LED lights because they use less energy and they're not as hot. If you use different kinds of lights, it can make the room super hot and you want to make sure your comfort level is really high so that you can stay doing it a little bit longer. So I recommend LED lights. I have some in my reseller supply link below if you guys want to check that out. What are the benefits of selling on Poshmark? The benefits of cross listing in general would be that you get more traffic. So you get 10 customers from eBay, you get 10 customers from Poshmark, 10 customers from Mercari. I personally, at this point in my eBay career, in my e-commerce career, I'm okay with just eBay. Like, I can make enough money on only eBay that I don't have to worry about Poshmark and Mercari. But I have sold on Poshmark and Mercari before, and Depop. I probably tried all of them, but I make enough money on eBay that I don't need to do the other platforms. So I would say that I would rather you spend 100% of your time on Amazon or eBay, personally, if you're asking for my recommendation. What should the traffic be in your store? It depends on what you sell. I have about 1 million impressions a day in my store, and I sell mall brand clothing. If you sell luxury clothing, you should have higher traffic because more people want that. And in America, people want the expensive stuff at an affordable price. So that's what most people want. If you wanted the most sales, you would sell discount luxury goods. That's what people would want to buy. Let's see. 10K. Oh, Boog is asking, so if you had 10 sales a day, how to get 10 sales a day? I would say that if you had a 1% sell-through rate, which is 30% a month, that's 900 listings, roughly. If you had 900 listings in your store and you sold 1% a day, that'd be 300 sales or 10 sales a day, right? Most people don't have a 33% sell-through rate each month, though. They don't sell 1/3 of their items. Let's say you're at 10%. If you're 10% to get a month, then you would need 3,000 items in your store to get 10 sales a day. So it depends on what you sell. You could get 10 sales a day with 10 items a day if you sell the right items. Thank you, prod_Cole. 19 years old. I wish I had started eBay at that age, but I did work at eBay when I was 18. Today, I was just talking to a couple of eBay sellers. One of them was a top 100 seller at one point, but now they're ranked number 6,000. They sell printer cartridges. So people are asking me, like, what makes you usually in the top 1,000 stores? It's usually selling stuff that everyone uses. So this store was selling 2,000 or 3,000 items a day, printer cartridges. That was the market that they were in. What's next for me after eBay? After eBay, I think I'm going to do YouTube forever. I'm going to do eBay forever. So I'm going to try to find something that I can do forever. Probably real estate. Real estate would be easier. Chick Picker says that she's not fussy because she hears me talking. Maybe. We do talk to her. She's usually fussy during eating. So if you guys have any tips for why that is, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, she just doesn't like to eat all the way through. So I don't know what that's all about. Still trying to find your niche, Southtown Finds. Sourcing new shoes at discounted stores like Ross, Burlington, and Marshalls. Good idea. In my area, there's 200 Ross, Marshalls, Burlington, Nordstrom Rack. There's tons of discount retail. We have 99-cent stores, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, but DD's discounts we even have. So all these places are good places to start. Let's see. You use a circular LED light. That's a good choice. I have every single lighting kit, but right now I use a lighting box. Let's see, what percentage do I promote my listings? I promote between 1 and 12%, depending on what it is. On some super old inventory, I have it at 12%. On brand new stuff, I'm usually at 1%. So it depends on what it is. What do I think is more effective? Delist, relist, or tweaking the ad? Oh, good question, just in time. I would say that the best thing you can do for your listings to get more visibility would be to increase the promoted listings because you're paying eBay for the traffic. If you wanted to sell better, usually you would just lower the price. but it depends on how old it is. If it's old and it hasn't sold, then eBay is going to move it lower in the traffic. So even if you lower the price, people might not see it, right? So I'd rather you keep your price high and pay the promoted listings. Do I miss the early days of my resale journey when it was more of a grind? It is still a grind now. Okay, it's just that I think my personality is tougher, so it doesn't seem so bad. It's still a grind, though. I will tell you that the amount of I'm right now in a day. There's 43 hours of work being done in my store between a few people. So 43 hours is a grind, even if it's just helping the people accomplish their job. It still is a grind. And I want to address, someone called me out for saying I'm going backwards. I'm making my company smaller. I can go way faster if I want to. I would just rather not go fast right now because of the baby. I would rather spend more time at home. I could try to get to that next level, but that would require me supervising the new person to get them going and outlining the processes clean enough to replace myself. I already replaced myself in most of the jobs at eBay. Really, I just go in, I do customer service, which I'm not the best at. I'm good at customer service, but not for a 15,000 item store. There's a lot of customer service. Shipping, customer service, sorting. That's really mainly what I do. Do I have any advice on the quickest way to reprice a large number of listings? Yes. You're welcome, Aaron. So what I would do is I would use the bulk editor. So go to your active listing page. On the left side, you can select what you can edit 2,000 listings at a time. So go to the bulk editor and go down and change all the titles and all of the prices at the same time for up to 2,000 listings at once. I recommend, though, doing 50 at a time because it doesn't slow down your computer as much. Okay. Do I think my wife will ever help with the eBay business? No, I don't, because I don't. She likes big companies more. She works for a Fortune 100 company. She would rather work for a big company and have the happy hour and the camaraderie and be able to have support and company parties. She likes that environment more than small business. Small business is a grind. Like, she would rather work for a big company where they've already figured it out. Small companies every day have to figure out something. She's not into that. She wants guaranteed results. So probably not. She probably wouldn't. I can see her working at a job that is for less money at a company that she likes, but I can't see her really working for me because she personally doesn't like small business as much as big business. Carol gets 75 sales with 950 listed. Okay, this is cool. Thank you, Carol, for sharing that. That is a little bit less than 10% sell-through rate. I guess that's like 8% sell-through rate. That's normal. And it's to get to that higher level, you'd have to either find stuff that's higher in demand, or you have to price more aggressively, or you'd have to do a better job listing, making it rank better. And I would say that's like an average sell-through rate on eBay. Let me see. Mama is checking in on the baby. Mama is at the OBGYN, whatever, OB. She's at the OB right now. So I am watching the baby. Let's see. Colin says the sell-through rate on clothing is brutal. It can be brutal. I've seen as high as 80% sell-through rate per month in the clothing category. I've seen 100% every 14 days too. If you want to look at the store Lux Swap, LUXESWAP, that's Matt. Matt sells his inventory twice or three times per month, 100% auctions, and does $5 million a year. And he does it out of a brick and mortar. He doesn't even have that much space, but it's 100% 10-day auctions. Does sell similar get the same amount of traffic as a brand new listing? Identical. There's no difference. No difference in traffic. Emery, what's up? Yay for daddy duties. Yes, I have a list of daddy duties. So at night, I have to do bath time or wipe her down. I'm doing that baths twice a week. I don't know what you guys think of that. twice a week bath time, and the other 5 days I just wipe her down, followed by feeding. So feeding I don't do on the nighttime routine. Wife does the feeding. Then after the feeding, I do the burping. Then I don't know how to reduce the spit up. I think it just happens naturally. But I'm holding her upright, like sometimes for a long time to prevent the spit up because she doesn't sleep well if she's not held up for vertically for a while. I don't know what that is. So then read her a story, and then I'm on duty again at 10 o'clock for the dream feed. So she, as of maybe like a week ago, she was doing bottle feeding. So I try to feed her 3 to 4 ounces a night, change her, put her back to bed. And I actually was not doing the what was it? Lost my train of thought, but there was something that really helped me. And we've been swaddling right from the beginning. So swaddle, she doesn't mind to swaddle at all. Am I able to keep up with the workout routine with the new baby? Mateo, what's up? No, I'm not doing a good job with working out. I'm in I feel like I'm in good shape, but I'm not doing any strength training. Let's see. Wow, there's actually a lot of comments. I'll try to get through these. Snug swaddling during, Chick Picker is saying snug swaddling during feeding works well. Okay, I will try that because she does move her arms a lot sometimes during feeding. So I just don't want her to associate the swaddle with feeding. I want swaddle equals sleep. Once she goes to the nursery, your life will level up. Yeah, I guess that's true. If we decide to do childcare or when she's old enough to go to school, it'll be good. So Parvi is saying promoted listings can cause the sales to go down. So what happens when you turn your promoted listings on is eBay doesn't know if your listings are good or bad. They promote it to everyone. So you're going to get an initial jump in sales no matter what. When you turn your promoted listings on, you're going to get a boost in traffic, which equals more sales. But if your listings don't convert well, eBay will stop showing them. And now you're kind of in the doghouse because eBay is like, your listings don't sell well on their own and they don't sell well when we put them in premium visibility. So your listings suck. So we don't like your listings. We're going to push them down because you've proven to us twice that your listings suck. One, naturally, and with promotions, they don't convert. Then if I was eBay, I would put you in the doghouse too because you're wasting their time. They want listings to convert. The salesman, great question. In a 2-hour time frame, how much listing should a part-time eBay seller be able to get done? Okay, so this is what I've noticed with the baby. It's very difficult to do work. I was trying to time myself how many minutes I can actually get done of work while I'm with the baby. It's like less than 17 minutes per hour. This is very ineffective because when she needs something, I got to stop. So it depends. Is your 2 hours completely free? Like you have a babysitter that comes in for 2 hours on a Wednesday and you try to get as much done. I'll tell you that start to finish, it takes me 8 minutes to do something. I mean, to list an item, ship it, find it, all added together. So if I round that up to 10, in a 2-hour span, I could probably do 12 listings. If I was just doing this by myself, I was a single dad, and I had 2 hours of time where she was asleep, I'd probably try to knock out like 10 listings. And that would be my day. That would be the maximum I could do in one day is 10. So it depends. Everyone's situation is different. Jay Close says that I'm surprised that I buy Walmart and Target. I'm not opposed to buying Walmart, Target, Macy's. It's just I prefer pre-owned items because there's less competition. That's why I prefer used. But I'm not opposed to it because if I want to have backup suppliers, I don't want to get stuck with not having enough stuff. How do you feel about putting in the measurements in a photo on a whiteboard? I don't like whiteboards because you have to erase it. That's why I don't use that. You have to write it and then erase it, write it and then erase it. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just typing it into my descriptions as I write the title. Vic uses magnets. I mean, personally, I think pictures of the measurements would be best. Personally, pictures of the measurements would be the fastest. Pictures of the measurements plus measurements in the description would be best because then the customer can read it and see it. But again, it depends on how fast you really want to go. I mean, how many it's most people are trying to save a few seconds when that really doesn't matter. Like yesterday, somebody hit the right on the money with the most important thing, which is like, why don't you just work an extra hour a day? Then you don't need to be that efficient. Just work an extra hour a day, and you'll make up for all these things that you're trying to save. Um, Best way to track how much you made on an item sold. Enter in the cost of goods sold on your custom SKU. That would be the easiest way. So let's say that it's bin number A1. So you have an item in A number A1, and in this custom SKU, it says A1-$2. You sell the item for $10. You subtract the shipping, whatever's left, you subtract $2. It tells you how much you made from each item. What's up, Deborah? What's up, Florida? Best reseller channel on YouTube. Thank you, California Flipper. You bought an item that was $13. Item was a return, but it might as well have been brand new. It retails for $400. Should you list it at $400 or move it ASAP? That's a good question. How easy is it for you to replace the item? So for me, on an item that's $15, somebody offers 13. I'm taking the deal because I can get another $15 item. On a $400 item, since it's hard to find, I probably would wait for all the money, personally. I have really expensive items in my store that I'm in no hurry to sell because they're hard to replace. Let's see. What are my thoughts from copying and pasting from spreadsheets? That's personally what I do. So I make a spreadsheet of the title, the description, and the location. And then I copy and paste that into the draft. That's how I do my listings right now. When I return an item, do I need to send it to the post office? Yeah, you can do a return, I think, with any service as long as you upload the label. Okay. How old is the baby? The baby is a month old. That went by fast. No, but I will tell you, okay, I honestly think that the baby is growing slower than I thought, because people say that you just miss it. But I have a picture of her from when she was born. Okay, I'll show you. Let's see. Okay. So there's a pic. Anyway, I have a picture of the baby as my backdrop on my phone of the day she was born, and she looks almost the same 1 month later. She is a couple pounds heavier. She was born at 7 pounds, and now she's almost 10 pounds. So she's gaining weight, but she looks almost exactly the same. She's maybe an inch longer or inch or two longer, but like I haven't. She's still almost the same as when she was born, in my opinion. 10% sell-through rate week. Let's see. Go back. 10% sell-through rate weekly or monthly. It depends on what you sell. Amazing. So Born a Beast has 10% sell-through, 350 items, and they sell 30 a week. That's very fast. I would consider that exceptionally fast. Thank you, Carol and Michael, for listening. Stay the course. 10 sales a day is very impressive. 10 listings a day is whatever. 10 sales a day is very impressive on eBay. Okay, Richard is saying 30% open space. So that means Carol has a space for 3,000 items in her store. I would say try not to go beyond 2,000 items in your store so that you're not so jam-packed that you can't find anything. Try to just don't run at your full capacity is my recommendation. Have I ever thought about moving my store out of eBay? I've never thought about moving my store out of eBay. Okay, everyone smash the like button and listen to this crazy statistic. eBay has like 20% more customers than last quarter. The Q1 earnings came out. Tech and Sports, my colleague, sent me a text and says that eBay has 30 to 40 million new customers. Okay, that's a lot. That's like 10% of America or in other countries. There's 10% more buyers on eBay. So, you should be able to find customers for your items on the site. I've never thought about not selling on eBay. There's no way. There's just too many customers. What is my YouTube RPM? It ranges between $13 and $31. So RPM is like how much revenue do you make per 1,000 views? So on 1,000 views on eBay, I'm sorry, on YouTube, I make between $13 and $31. So if a video gets 10,000 views, what that means is I make between $130 and $310, depending on what the video is about. If I made videos talking about Amazon, I would make the most, since that CPM, I'm sorry, the RPM on that is much higher than where I'm at right now. YouTube RPM is the money you make per 1,000. You list via your phone and you're 6 minutes per listing. Awesome. Emery, I'm not at 1 minute per listing. I'll tell you. I am at, let me look. I'll tell you how long it takes me to do my listings. My eBay listings take 1.2.8, 4 minutes. My eBay listing process takes 4 minutes, including taking the pictures. So it's not, my process is not that fast. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, she is precious. AU didn't know about swaddle when she had her babies. That's my favorite part of having a baby so far, is when you unswaddle her, she does this big yawn. That's so far the cutest part of a baby, in my opinion, since I've had her. Melody, what's up? I met Melody in person in San Diego. I think she has 2 now, so congrats to you as well. Yeah, the baby is awesome. Frank saying, can I use any kind of box for shipping box? Yes, you can. I recommend you don't use old cereal boxes, though. Get a professional looking box for your customer. Be a professional. Don't be an amateur and send it in a diaper box. Thank you, Adrian. 10 listings is great for part-time and with 2 hours. Yep, that's my opinion. That's sort of the max. In my opinion, if you have a job or you're part-time, 15 listings a day probably should be the max, in my opinion. Because I'd rather you have a small store that with stuff that's always selling than a big store of garbage. So just, if that's the max level that I've seen, then don't try to push yourself to some unrealistic amount. How much of a description do you really need to sell a used item? I mean, the more information, the less returns you have and the less questions you have. So everyone is always asking about what to do with the least amount of work. So that's like a shortcut. I always do what's the most work. I edit all of my photos. I fill out as much as I can on my description. So I will do better than people like the salesman looking for shortcuts and doing the easiest way possible. I will always outsell that person. So that's how I look at it. And if you look at it as in what's the least I can do, then a customer is going to think this: what's the least I can pay? Right? You're bringing that kind of karma to yourself by doing it that way. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the cheapest person on eBay, so I'm not going to be the least effort listing. Do I do one-on-one private tutoring? Not anymore, but I do have a Facebook group with Tech and Sports, and it's essentially one-on-one mentoring. You just type in your question. It's $35 a month, and we will not solve all your eBay problems, but we know every single answer on eBay. We don't know. We're not like, we just know all the stuff because we've been talking to thousands of resellers for many years. Most of eBay is just learning how to write a perfect listing, pricing, and buying the right things. That's most of eBay. Photographing takes 2 minutes, but listing takes around 8 per. Yeah, treasure hunt, it just takes some practice. I'm at 4 minutes. It's not like lightning fast. My colleague Tech and Sports is only like 1 to a minute and a half, or maybe even under a minute. I'm very slow compared to him. Why do I do the description separately? I do the descriptions at the same time in the spreadsheet. So maybe I wasn't clear with that, Alex. So at the same time I do the measurements, I write the description and the title. So I do that all at the same time. Melody, thank you for the super chat. Diaper money is great. I am really blessed, guys. A lot of people sent me Grubhub money or DoorDash. That was, I mean, that is like the best gift ever. Thank you so much for the people who sent me like $5 on Grubhub or DoorDash, because that's been a lifesaver, because sometimes I don't feel like cooking after eBay and the baby. That's been huge. Let's see. Is there a point when an eBay seller knows they can do it full time? Yes. You should always be thinking about your profit per hour. How much profit do you make per hour of eBay? Then when you know that number, then you know if you should be full time or not. That is the best question in the chat so far today. How do you know when you can do it full time? When your per hour rate of eBay is high enough to support you. That's when you know. Let's see. Kiss the baby for you? No problem. Mwah. The baby is sleepy. The baby is really funny. I like the baby. Let's see here. West Coast of West First Book, stopping in to say congratulations with the baby. Thank you, thank you. Delmar's here for the baby. The baby thanks you very much. What's up, Dana? Buzz Shop Hustle, strictly sources from Burlington, Ross, Marshalls, and Goodwill, up to 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. Dude, I respect the hustle. That is a lot of work. This person only gets 50 to 70 items per week and averages 35 sales. That is a great hustle. Good job. Hopefully you can tighten up your route and find out which stores yield the most and just go to those ones. But sometimes you don't know. I love that they know their numbers and how much work. Buzz Stop Hustle should be able to figure out their profit per hour. Courtney says, congrats on the family member. Thank you. She sells metaphysical and spiritual supplies. Great. I love it. How did I meet Tech and Sports? So if you guys remember, I used to be 10K on the Bay, right? I was trying to reach that goal of 10,000 listings. Now I have 15,000 listings. But when I had that goal, somebody tagged him on my Instagram because he was already at 10,000 listings, and that was 5 years ago. So now he's at 36,000 listings, or he was before the stimulus money hit. Now it's like closer to 30,000 because he sold something ridiculous like 10,000 items since the stimulus money hit. But somebody tagged him, and I met him a long time ago. We just didn't do a Facebook group until recently. Could I address the no return policy? Yes, you can do any kind of returns you want. No returns, customer pays returns, you pay returns 30 days, 60 days. You could be Zappos.com and offer a 365-day return policy. eBay will force you to do the return if the customer is not happy. So it doesn't matter what kind of return policy you have. That's why I recommend free returns. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. Let's see. Emery, thank you for the $5 super chat. Let's see. Did I ever get the info I needed on the expensive sneakers? Yes. I'm just gonna list them on eBay and then just do the best I can. I will potentially put them on StockX or some other websites later, but I actually made a mistake buying them in a sense that I don't even know why I bought them. They're not related to my niche. It was just like, it seemed like a good deal. So I bought them, and then it is still a good deal, but it's not related to my business. And it's more of a distraction, honestly. Let's see. What is my motivation? Motivation is to make sure that my family is taken care of at this point. It was different though when I was younger. Before I had a family, my motivation was just having a good time. So now that I have a family, it's different. Parvi, you just don't worry. Don't beat yourself up. It takes a long time. You're probably just still in the infant stage of reselling, so it takes a while to get used to it. Let's see. She has a really cute face. Let's see. They grow up fast. What's her name? Her name is Natalie. You have 1K square feet. It depends on what you sell, Frank. If your 1,000 square feet is full of gold, you probably make millions of dollars. If your 1K square feet is full of hay or wheat, it's probably not very much money. It depends on what it is. Or toilet paper. Toilet paper, even though it's valuable, it doesn't cost very much per square foot. I still have multiple stores. When did I realize I wanted clothing to be my niche? When I realized that it's not unlimited where I live, but it's plentiful. It's easiest to find. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. Mama's home.